Hey guys, Chris from NCG here, and today I'm going to be doing sort of a budget-oriented video on Metalfoes and how to play them without the Zodiac engine. You probably are watching this video because you don't have the Zodiac engine for a number of different reasons, be it you can't afford it, you fear the ban list, or you don't think it's good. That'd be a strange option, but hey, up to yourself. So this is me talking about the options that Metalfoes have to them apart from the Zoodiac engine. Just how to play it on the deck you had before rate hit it. Well, there'll be a one rate card in here. So yeah, let's begin. This is the sort of deck list I have, and then the side deck is the different options you can play. So for the deck list, we've got obviously the 15 Metalfoes, Kieran, triple Gofu, Luster Rabbit, triple Bumbuku, triple Eccentric, one Nikomata, two Maxi, triple Gear, two Painful, three Instant, three Desires, one Fusion, two Art, one Full Metal, two Counter, one Emptiness, and one Combination. If you watched my previous video on Metalfoes, you would know that I was a big fan of multiple counters. I would love to bump this card up to 3, but drawing it is just not very good. It's not terrible, it's just playing with one less card because it's not a combo card. So I really do not like drawing this card. There's a lot of cards in this deck I don't actually want to draw, which is thus the higher deck count. By all means, you could drop this down to closer to 40 by taking out like an Instant Fusion, a Desires, some Summoner Arts maybe, Cat, stuff like that. I just play, anytime I play Metalfoes, I play a larger engine of like semi-searchable cards just to mitigate the amount of times you draw the cards you don't want to draw, like Fusion, Counter, Combination, Kieran, Cat. Like Kieran's okay to draw because then your bump book you can get either bump book or your cat, but you know, like I don't want to draw like multiples of most things as well. So that's my reasoning for playing more. It's completely up to you if you want to drop it down. But the main cards of the deck right now without Zoodiac are Gofu and Instant Fusion. Now, unfortunately, the card isn't on YGO Pro for the phone. I don't know if it's on the computer version or not, but it is the Sea Monster Ephesus, the level 5 tuner fusion that you can summon off Instant Fusion. So what I'm basically saying is that Zulkin becomes one of the best cards in the deck now. If it ever didn't become that, it just becomes really, really important. Instant Fusion can become both the tuner and the non-tuner you need. Say you draw Goofy and Instant Fusion, you can Instant Fusion into Adamante, then there's your Sultan Complete off 2 cards rather than the 3 to 4 card combo that it usually requires. So yeah, Instant Fusion becomes like one of the best cards in the deck. Zulkin can summon a good lot of things, namely this card. Its name is Dragoonity Knight Trident. My teammate Chris Morel, shout out to him, played this at one of his YCS lists. I personally wasn't a fan of it because it was like Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries in that format, and some of the big players didn't really like Ghost Reaper, and I sort of agreed, because if you like Ghost Reaper ABC deck, they're still playing rank 4 Turbo or rank 4 with traps, and it didn't really like seem to become a win condition. But whereas in this format, this really is a win condition. Its effect is once per turn you can send up to 3 cards you control to the graveyard, look at your opponent's extra deck, and send the equal number of cards to the graveyard. So that's just really good. You summon all Zulkin, you can send the likes of Combination to the grave just to trigger effects. Get a search. Obviously, when you're doing your Zulkin combo, this will be the card you mainly set. You can set Fusion. Well, no, you would use Fusion to summon Adamant, but it's just cards you can send just to take out the likes of Trident, Emerald, maybe Tiger Mortar, just whatever you think is the problematic cards of the matchup. It just really helps. It's a really solid first turn because after that they've lost their win condition. They're just basically playing like a rank 4 deck with no real like attack. Can't really use TK if you hit most of those, or a good lot of those cards. So I just think that's pretty good. But you know, obviously the usual cards. You can summon like Crystal Wing, Gnister, Void Ogre Dragon. Don't play it in here, but you could summon it. Now this is a card that can be summoned with either Zulkin or just with Gofu, that I think is pretty good this format. It cannot be destroyed with battle or card effects, and when you take damage from an attack involving this card, or from an opponent's effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage you took. So it's invincible by destruction. Destruction's pretty relevant this format. You even see people citing Mirror Force, people main decking Kaiju Slumber, Dark Holes Regekis, Trident Pop, basically everything that they have in for for My Body of a Shield, for negating that. So this is the walking My Body's a Shield. It's a 3k that can't be destroyed, which is really good. Like, they have to hard draw the Kaiju to out this, and then if they Kaiju this, then the other card that they would have Kaiju'd if this wasn't out is safe, the likes of Kieran. I just think that's a really powerful card. Maybe I'm overhyping it, but I do think it's a really powerful card for going second. The level 8 tuner / Sulkin target you have is Scarlet Red Dragon. So you blow up all special summon monsters and they take 500. It'll be attack less than this card, but against Zoodiac that's probably going to happen. Against most decks that's probably going to happen. So it is a walking board wipe that does damage to your opponent. So this really helps out for like OTK your opponent. If you can bait out like the Trident with a eccentric or stuff like that, this becomes really, really good. And obviously you can summon it off Zulkin. So that's the main like Zulkin plays, those three. For the extra synchro I'm playing for when I draw the Gofu and the Instant Fusion without a level 3 or a Zulkin play, I've got Black Rose Dragon, just another board wipe, or I have got Vermilion Dragon Mech. I don't really want to make a level 6 because I can't Pendulum summon Bismugear back. So that's the only really ones I want to make. There is no level 12, I'm pretty sure you can't make anyway. You know what Vermilion Dragon Mech does, kind of staple. Panzer Dragon is the proxy for the, if I can find him there, is the proxy for the, no, forget it, it's the proxy for the zombie tuner. So that's like the main and extra. They're what I'm playing right now. For the side, I'll be talking about extra engines or side deck cards or main deck cards you could be playing. You've got the Clayford engine to start with, making Cyber Dragon Infinity. Just Kaijus are about in this format, so that kind of sucks. He's just not as prevalent as he once was, being able to negate. So that's the reason why I'm not playing him. Cyber Dragon Infinity, I just don't think he's too hot this format. But negating like the Slumber, Dark Hole Regeki Kaiju, or anything that's not the Kaiju, is pretty good, but it just becomes expensive Kaiju bait. An interesting card that I thought of was Thunder Dragon. Discard it to add 2 more copies of itself, so it becomes like a 1 card, if you can Belgium summon that card. Later this turn, it becomes a 1 card Pleiades, which is pretty good. Like if they have the normal summon the Ra, you just put it back into the hand. Just like people playing Boogeyman or Compulse. Or when you get interrupt like their combo, they have to go like straight into Dryden to get rid of it. So that's pretty good. And being able, same as Mithrilium on your turn, being able to bounce back like a Luster or a Metalfoes scale to reuse is nice. Pleiades is good. Then Durandal, another negation. So it forces your opponent to have to pop your combination or your other back row to trigger a counter, or your skills like Bismugear. Pretty good. Like just negating the effects like Slumber or whatever. So first turn Durandal is not bad. Another engine I was playing for a while, but I dropped it, was like a Trigger Slayer engine. You play the mini rabbit spell card, Unexpected Die, to get like this out, or a Metalfoe, and to make like where is he? There. Just to make him, to make sure you don't get OTK. This is what you want to do when you're playing against Zoodiac Kaiju. When you're going first, is to set like counters, set up this so you just don't get OTK. The Magispector really help with this because they can't be destroyed by card effects. So being able to have like this to protect other skills, just make sure you don't get OTKs. But that engine was kind of lackluster. So I dropped it in the end. Another engine which can be pretty bricky, is the guiding Ariande engine. Just it's really good going first. You can summon or you can search multiple strikes. It's a lowish scale, and then one of the ones that's kind of nice is Mind Over Matter. It negates the activation of a spell card or a special or normal summon, so it's kind of like a more versatile, less good strike, I guess. But guiding is not very good going second. But it is a scale at the very least. It's just drawing counter traps when you're going second. Strike isn't abysmal going second. It's just not fantastic. And this engine is a 7-card engine because I wouldn't play 2 guidings, 3 counter traps because if you draw a counter trap, your 2 guidings are dead. So you have to play 7 cards, and that's a big commitment for a whole engine. So no, thank you. Next one is a DDD pendulum engine. What I had in mind was 3 Kepler, 3 Gates, and then you could play Copernicus, Lamia, DD King Leonidas as a low scale, and the combo with your Lamia to make the spell negator. Then you could play, there's a high scale that turns DDDs into level 4s. And there is another low scale which I was playing, which was the Archfiend Eccentric of the deck, which is also a level 4 tuner, which was pretty sweet. So that's also that I'm sort of kind of testing. It's really consistent, because obviously you've got 6 searchers there to search high or low scales, but the boards it puts out just aren't really good, so that's why I'm actually playing the Thunder Dragon engine, just to give yourself like a more threatening board. And it's actually pretty sweet. The results of it are nice. I just don't know if it's good and not just nice. So more testing, but that is an idea of mine. Speaking of the DD engine, you play it in the Yang Zing version. Just another way to make this guy Danglong. You've seen maybe the Yang Zing DDD deck. It just plays 3 Gate, 1 Copernicus, 1 Lamia. It's just to Copernicus, Lamia, blow up gates, summon Lamia, make Danglong, get your entire engine going to go into the dark tuner, pitch 2, blah 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 blah, make your board. So you could play that. The Yang Zing version is a very, very high ceiling deck. It's just as prone to likes of Maxi, it's prone to negation, back row. But the deck is impossible to OTK, so that is a nice one. If you have like a Yang Zing, it'll just continuously float that the could kaiju it. So. If the kaiju this, that's nice. It just floats into something else. So that's another deck I'm testing. Sky Iris engine, like with Odd Eyes, because Odd Eyes Fusion is a god card going second. Free Vortex, if you go like a Eccentric to pop a back row, hopefully it'll be like a strike. Then playing this, because they will have a big board, they'll have like Trident and Emerald. So you go this, summon a free Vortex Dragon, you've got a negate already because of the Eccentric in the extra deck. Just stuff like that. It's just really good. I will play one of this in the main and 2 more on the side. I was playing a Skyers engine, and then Skyers obviously just pop to search a low or high scale. Just kind of nice, just like an extra consistency engine. And then lastly, the more side deck / main deck choices. Side blocker. This card is really good, like really good, and especially with Fusion Forcers out right now. If you call the summoner, the main guy, can't remember his name right now, but the main card of the deck, or you call Rat against any those 2 decks that are heavily reliant on those 2 engines, that's really good. Like they can't play that turn in effect, or the turn that they make is incredibly mediocre. So side blocker becomes fantastic, like really good. I would even play Prohibition, except this is actually good going second, whereas Prohibition is not. But it's an idea. And then lastly, Jargon. Jargon cannot be outed by Kaijus, cannot be outed by Kaiju Slumber because they can't special summon, sorry. So Pendulum summoning this in defense mode and having like a Kieran or Pleiades or Alkaheist, it's kind of game because they can't really out it. It's really hard for them to be out. And then this card is not bad going second either, as long as you don't have a way to like deal with it, like a Trident or stuff like that. We can beat out the Trident first. This really good, just a board wipe. So I think Jargon might find his way back into decks. I just think it's a pretty good card. You can play Sloth instead. Sloth can be out of a Kaiju Slumber and blah 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 blah, but it's bigger. It's a scale, so it is a combo card. But you know, it can be out of barrel stuff that Jargon can't be. So yeah, that was a really, really long-winded video about the Metalfoes deck and how you can play it without Zoodiac. Do I believe this is more effective than Zoodiac? Absolutely not. The Zoodiac engine is just the stone cold tits in Metalfoes. The advantage the deck delivers specifically to Metalfoe is just far too good. But this is just for the reasons that I explained before why you haven't picked up the Metalfoe engine. Whether they're right or they're wrong, it doesn't matter. If you're in the position where you don't have Zoodiac, you can play any of the things I mentioned plus more. I haven't covered everything because that video would be much too long. But this is the main ones that I want to talk about that I thought were kind of semi-original at least, or ones that maybe other YouTubers haven't covered yet. So yeah, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. Listen to me talk. Please like the video, subscribe, like the Facebook page. We're doing many giveaways. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is Chris of NCG signing out.